All right, in this video, we're going to do a quick review of the Milwaukee M12 cordless rotary tool. Now, the part number I got is 2460-20. And I'm guessing it's got to be good because it says made in China. So if they shipped it all the way from China, it's got to be good, right? Or they won't ship it so far. All right, now you open the box up, and the first thing you see is the tool. And then you got this little fire starter or instruction manual, operator's manual, but who reads instructions? All right, then you got their ads. Ads are always cool. Then a guy can make a wish list. And you got a tool for the tool. And then it came with some little metal cutting bits and the little arbor that you would use to use them. But I don't imagine I'll ever use those. See, I bought this thing strictly for power carving. I'm hoping it's gonna work out. And that's what in this video I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna check it out. I got a 2 amp hour battery and then a 4 amp hour battery. And I'm gonna stick them in and I'm gonna see how long they'll last with a bit in the wood carving. You know, real world stuff, man. Real world stuff. By the way, Milwaukee, I looked it up because I was like, I know it's a city in Wisconsin, but I was curious, what does Milwaukee mean? And it's actually an Algonquin term that they stole it from Milwaukee, and it means good, pleasant land. So, if you're ever wondering, you know, there's a piece of useless information for your brain. Another piece, useless information. The first rotary tool was made in 1935 by a guy named Albert. Now, and that was in Racine, which is just down the road from Milwaukee. And can you guess Albert's last name? I'll give you a little hint. Dremel. Imagine that. Well, I got the Dremel here. This is what I've been using. And then I got the flex shaft on there. But if you look at the core machine here, they're pretty much almost the same. I mean, ergonomically, this one, I kind of like the texture on the grip a little better already. I haven't used it yet, but just holding it. And then, you know, it's still got the same threaded piece, so you can do the Dremel attachments. It's got the 1/8 inch collet. So you can use pretty much anything you use on your Dremel on here. All right. Other features, without even looking at instructions, because M12s, they all have that, tell you how charged your battery is. It's got your speed dial. So like if you were doing dental work on yourself, or if you're trying to save some money and do some dental work on the wife, you turn the speed up so you could get done quicker. I'm just kidding, you'd never do dental work on yourself. It's got the push button to lock this, just like most other tools do. The Dremel has the same type thing. You push it, and then this, you can tighten or loosen your bit up. All right, pretty self-explanatory. Not much else to show on here. But basically in this video, I'm going to take the 2.0 battery and the 4.0 battery, and I got a brand new cut saw rotary burr, 1/8 inch shaft, because that's what you need for these. And I'm going to put that bit in the wood, and I'm going to start carving some Christmas trees out, because I got to carve some of these out. And normally I'd use the chainsaw for a lot of it, but I want to see how long these batteries last with this bit in the wood. And this gives me a perfect excuse to do it. So I'll let you know. And then ergonomic wise, I'll let you know if it's reasonable or even equivalent to the Dremel as far as holding it. You know, granted, I do use the flex shaft quite a bit just because it's way more comfortable. But this one, the way it's smaller down here at the end, maybe that's going to be handy. Maybe it'll be better for carving. But enough speculating. Let's get cutting, and then I can give you my opinion. All right, basically I got 24 minutes of the bit in the wood before the battery died. Now I'm using a cut saw rotary burr bit. I had the rotary tool on high on 6, and I was just using it with the 2.0 battery like this, and 24 minutes of the bit in the wood and she's dead. Alright, so basically I carved one tree and got to start on another. So yeah, other thing, ergonomic wise, I mean, it's on par with the standard Dremel, but it's just too darn big to comfortably carve with it in your hand like this. At least for me, or it's because I'm not used to it, or I'm just a wimp. But I'm definitely going to take the flex shaft and screw it onto this thing and use that, just because. Let me see if I can fish her out here without knocking the camera over. Whoa, danger, danger. You guys okay? Holy smokes, you're teetering. Basically, this is the flex shaft that I'm talking about. And this just screws on to the end of the tool. But this is way easier on your hand versus trying to hold something this big, just to put it in perspective. But 24 minutes with the 2.0. Now I got a battery that's basically twice the size. But I'm going to hook the flex shaft onto this Milwaukee tool. And that's how I'll continue carving. And we'll see what kind of runtime we get there. Alright, for the next test, we're going to have the 4.0 battery hooked on. And I'm going to try it with the Dremel flex shaft hooked onto the Milwaukee rotary tool here. We'll see how long we can keep her fired up with this battery on. Well, I just finished carving with the 4.0 battery, and it lasted about 41 minutes with a bit in the wood. I used two different bits. This time I was using the cut saw burr bit, and then I was using a little Dremel round-headed bit. I just used the round-headed one for kind of making a layered effect and then giving texture. But I don't think 41 minutes is too bad. That's usually if I'm carving a tree like this, it takes way less because I do a lot more of it with the chainsaw. But I wanted to do a test with this tool to see how long it would last, to see if it was worth the effort. Because my main goal in buying this little rotary tool is, a lot of my time I'm up at our property that's off grid, and I have a bunch of these batteries. Now I'll be able to relax and do a couple carvings without having to fire up a generator or anything like that. Just sit out in the field and even carve in different locations. So I'm really looking forward to it. I recommend the Milwaukee rotary tool here. So far it's been good to me. But if you're going to buy it for power carving, I'd recommend getting a flex shaft, whether it's like the Dremel brand or there's a few other brands out there, just because it's so much easier on your hands. And again, I want to say I'm a complete amateur at power carving. And the only reason I do it is because I enjoy it. I'm not saying I'm good at it. I'm just saying I enjoy it. But with this tool, I give 2 thumbs up enthusiastically. And thanks for watching.